History remembers many conquerors for the lands they captured, but only a few are remembered for the respect they earned from both friends and enemies. Among those rare figures stands Saladin, a man whose greatest victory was not simply the recovery of Jerusalem, but the example he left behind of courage, mercy, and leadership. A child born into an uncertain world. Saladin, whose full name was Salah ad-Din Yusuf ibn Ayyub, was born around 1137 in Tikrit, in present-day Iraq. His family belonged to the Kurdish people and served as military officers. Unlike many legendary warriors, Saladin did not grow up dreaming of becoming a conqueror. His early years were spent learning religion, history, literature, and the responsibilities expected of a young nobleman. Those who knew him described him as calm, thoughtful, and humble rather than aggressive. Few could have imagined that this quiet young man would one day change the history of the Middle East. The education of a leader. Saladin believed that knowledge was as valuable as a sword. He studied Islamic law, theology, poetry, and administration. This education helped shape a leader who understood that ruling people required wisdom as much as military strength. Instead of seeking glory through violence alone, he learned patience, diplomacy, and justice, qualities that would later distinguish him from many rulers of his age. Learning the art of war. His uncle, Shirkuh, was a respected military commander serving the powerful ruler Nur ad-Din. Saladin accompanied his uncle on campaigns into Egypt, where he gained first-hand experience in strategy, leadership, and diplomacy. When Shirkuh died, many expected an older commander to replace him. Instead, Saladin was chosen to lead Egypt. Some doubted the decision because of his youth, but history would soon prove that he was the right choice. Building a strong nation. Taking power was only the beginning. Saladin realized that divided lands could never remain secure. He worked patiently to unite Egypt, Syria, and surrounding territories under one government. He strengthened the economy, improved the military, encouraged education, repaired roads, supported scholars, and built hospitals. He believed that a strong nation depended on both its soldiers and its citizens. His rule showed that lasting power comes from building institutions, not merely winning battles. Preparing for the greatest challenge. For decades, the Crusader states controlled Jerusalem, one of the holiest cities in the world. Saladin knew that recovering the city required more than bravery. It demanded careful planning, alliances, discipline, and patience. Rather than rushing into reckless wars, he spent years preparing his army, gathering support, and strengthening his kingdom. His patience became one of his greatest weapons. The Battle of Hattin. In July 1187, Saladin faced the Crusader army near the Horns of Hattin. Using superior planning, knowledge of the terrain, and careful control of water supplies, he weakened the enemy before the main battle even began. The victory was overwhelming. Much of the Crusader military leadership was captured, opening the road to Jerusalem. Military historians still study Hattin as an example of strategic planning defeating a powerful opponent. The peaceful recovery of Jerusalem. After the victory at Hattin, Saladin marched toward Jerusalem. When the city surrendered in October 1187, many feared a massacre because decades earlier thousands of Muslims had been killed when Crusaders captured the city. Instead, Saladin surprised the world. He allowed many civilians to leave safely after paying a ransom and arranged freedom for numerous poor families who could not afford payment. Religious sites were protected, and revenge was avoided wherever possible. This decision transformed his reputation. Even many European writers praised his mercy despite fighting against him. A rival worth respecting. The recovery of Jerusalem led to the Third Crusade, bringing powerful European kings to the region, including Richard I of England. Although they were enemies on the battlefield, stories describe mutual respect between the two leaders. When Richard became ill, Saladin reportedly sent fruit and medical assistance. Whether every detail of these stories is perfectly accurate has been debated by historians, but they reflect the reputation Saladin earned for honorable conduct. A different kind of strength. Saladin understood that fear can force obedience, but respect creates loyalty. He treated prisoners more fairly than many rulers of his era. He rewarded honest service instead of blind flattery. He listened to scholars and advisors while making difficult decisions. His leadership combined firmness with compassion. A humble ending. After ruling a vast empire stretching across much of the Middle East, Saladin died in Damascus in 1193.